Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, it looks like the Jones family is awake this offseason. They made a trade with the Buffalo Bills for some much-needed cornerback help after the departure of Jordan Lewis. Let's get right into this one, as I know most of y'all are halfway through a bellyache right now. Y'all.
Oh, another cheap discount move with bargain bin.
Shut up. Let's get into it, man. Y'all be tripping. All right, you can see here, Josina Anderson is reporting. I'm told that the Bills are expected to trade cornerback Kaiir Elam to the Cowboys per a league source, and we actually have an update on the compensation that will be involved with this trade. The Bills are, in fact, trading Kaiir Elam and a 6th-round pick to Dallas in exchange for a 5th and a 7th-round pick. All right, so Dallas, they got those comp picks, and just kind of like we alluded to, they immediately started to use some of their own picks. All right, so their own 5th-round pick, they used one of those now in lieu of having those extra 3 comp picks. They know they can part with those type of picks, and we shall see if the Cowboys are finished. I have an inkling they are not done. As I told y'all on my show from last night, in the middle of the night, the Cowboys are building backwards. They're building to a crescendo, ladies and gentlemen. Just patience. Be patient. What you're seeing right now is you're seeing a team that's filling the numerous cracks that this team has at various spaces, right? You don't want to spend majority of your salary cap space on 2 or 3 decently named players or big name players when you have 10 to 12 holes that you need to fill. So what you have to do is you have to try to find the best possible value in the players that are available to you. And sometimes that takes you having to go through unorthodox mechanisms. Sometimes that takes you having to go and try to get other teams' 1st-round draft picks that didn't work out in a particular program. We've seen it all the times. Sometimes players need a change of scenery, and the Cowboys, I think that's the only reason why I'm not just, completely writing off these type of moves. That's the only reason, is these are former 1st-round picks. These are guys that people thought were going to be NFL starters or above, period. That's the only reason I'm looking at this like, okay, I understand where you're coming from. Peyton Turner was the 3rd overall pick in his draft, ladies and gentlemen. This guy we just got, Kaiir Elam, he was like the 28th or 23rd pick. It was one of those 2 type of picks in his particular draft in the 1st round. And he has some playoff experience with the Buffalo Bills. And in the playoffs, he has actually performed. He has 2 career postseason interceptions. So this isn't a rookie. This isn't a guy that hasn't seen everything that there is to offer. This guy has been to playoffs 3 times with the Buffalo Bills. And he's played games and gotten in the field and gotten tackles and gotten interceptions. And he's been in the midst of war. Okay, so this is a battle-tested NFL veteran, but not really. He's still on a rookie contract, and this is a guy that's another high potential, formerly highly touted player that is just not worked out the way he would have thought it was going to work out at his first location. So I like this move. I like this trade, especially for the value. You essentially just gave up a 5th to get a 6th back, plus a cornerback who's probably going to end up being 2nd on your depth chart to start the season out. If the season were to start today, this guy is more than likely going to be starting on the other side for you, opposite of a Deron Bland. You have Israel Mukwamu back there as well, but he is going to be someone that's probably going to be on the field. As of right now, if we don't make any other moves, they're going to be dependent on this guy to be on the field at times. Okay, so this is another move where you're filling holes on your roster. You replaced a little bit of that depth. He's 6'2". He's a bigger guy, almost 200 pounds, so he's a bigger corner, and that's kind of fitting the theme of what the Cowboys have done this offseason so far. They've really tried to get a lot bigger across the board. If you look at the players that they've signed on the defensive line, they signed like a 6'6" behemoth in Peyton Turner. They got Solomon Thomas to come here from the New York Jets. So the team is getting bigger. You can kind of see where they're headed, the type of players, the prototypes that they like, and it kind of gives us an idea as far as the type of draft that we may see as well. That's kind of why that's important to me as far as the type of players we're looking at. All right, so this Kaiir Elam trade, I am not going to sit here and act like this guy is like a future Pro Bowler, future All-Pro. I was joking when it initially happened. I said, future Deion Primetime Sanders. I'm joking around, but this is much needed depth for a team that needs depth. Remember what killed us last season, y'all. We had a couple of injuries at the top, and we had no one to fill in. They're addressing that aspect of it right now. They're making sure that they have the funds allocated to be able to address the numerous cracks on this roster right now before they start adding any over-the-top pieces. I'm telling you, that's what's going on, and I suspect the Cowboys are not done yet, so be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content on the regular, and how about them Cowboys?
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Shut up, my boy. Hey!